Well, good morning and welcome everyone to Rosslyn Hill Chapel, a spiritual home for open minds. I'm Rev Kate Dean. I serve as the minister for this Unitarian spiritual community, and you're all very welcome this morning. As you may have noticed, laid out at the back, there are a few activities because today we're having an all-ages service, so everyone is invited to take part in our activities a little later in the service. Please also do join us for refreshments in the side aisle after the service. And if you're watching at home, you can enjoy tea and conversation in the virtual side aisle. The Zoom link should be in the YouTube description. We did try to send it out by email. There's something wrong with the email link, but do click on that link in the YouTube description and join Tom and the others for tea and conversation at midday. At 6 p.m. today, we have mindfulness meditation, and at 7, our evening gathering is a gentle, interactive circle service called Heart and Soul. A special notice for chapel members, just to remind you that next Sunday, the 23rd of March, we're strongly encouraging you to attend the annual general meeting after the service. You should have received the papers and the reports related to that meeting via email, and do contact the chapel office if you haven't received that information. As I say, the AGM will start at 12:30. There'll be a pizza lunch for those who are staying. Everyone is invited to come if you'd like to, but chapel members are the only ones eligible to vote on any big decisions happening to the chapel. We take our collection during the closing music at the end of the service, and you can make your donation by cash or by card using our card reader. And this month's good cause is Chalice Families, which works with homeless families living in temporary accommodation, hotels and the like in Camden and Hackney. So we are very glad to divide our collection between the upkeep of this beautiful chapel and this month's good cause, Chalice Families. I'm going to light our chalice, the symbol of our free and questioning faith, and we're going to light it with the words that the children use in bright lights. You'll see it in your service sheet as well. Let me light the chalice first, and then we'll say these words together, and there are even some arm movements. I'm not sure if I remember them, so maybe young people can show me too. So we say together that we are the chapel of the open minds, the loving hearts, and the helping hands. You did that so well. Let's do it again. We are the chapel of the open minds, the loving hearts, and the helping hands. Thank you, everyone. I'm also going to light a candle, our peace candle, because we know there are so many wars and conflicts going on around the world, and we're especially thinking of the people of Sudan, the people of Syria, Palestine, Israel, Ukraine, Russia, so many different conflicts going on around the world. And so we're thinking about how we in our lives can walk a path of peace. If we are kind to each other, if we're always friendly, and we try and work things out with words rather than physical actions, I think that's always the best idea. So let's light our candle for peace now. Now, whoever you are and however you are this morning, however you're feeling, if you're happy or sad, you're welcome here. We come together to support each other and to make friends. And with that in mind, we're going to greet each other now. So if you'd like to turn to someone near you and say your name, welcome them to chapel and listen out for the music, because that's going to be our signal to end our conversations. Oh, hang on. Thank you, everyone. I do hope we can continue the conversations in the side aisle after the service. I think there was some rogue piping in the front garden and it's being sorted out, so that's good to know. So let's sing our first song. We've got 2 songs today. And again, this song has some actions. So we can say I've got peace like a river in my soul. And then I've got love like an ocean. Can we do love like a little heart? Love like an ocean in my soul. And then I've got joy like a fountain. Joy like a fountain in my soul. So let's listen to the introduction, the tune, and then please all rise as you're able to sing Peace Like a River. Please rise. Maybe put your sheets down so you've got your hands free. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. Love. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. Joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. Thank you, everyone. Well sung. Good hand action as well. I like that a lot. Now, we have a story to tell you, and I wonder if my young people can come over and help me with this one. Okay, do you want to come and stand here? Okay, wonderful. So, that's all right. You can. That's okay. Why don't you sit here at the front so you could get a really good view? Okay. So, this story is inspired by a fable, a special wisdom story from China, and it's about a wealthy and wise woman. Now, this wealthy and wise woman, she didn't have any children, but she had lots of gold and riches, and she had lots of land, and she was thinking, what will happen when I'm not here anymore? I don't have anyone to give my land or my riches to. So she called all the people that she knew, especially the children. She said, I'm going to give you a challenge. I'm going to give each of you a pot. So, we each get a pot. Do you want to hold that up? Pot. so everyone can see it. And you each get a little seed. Can I give you a little seed? There. It's a pretend seed. You can't really see it. There we go. There you get a seed, and you get a seed. And you've got to plant it in your pot. And I want you to come back a year later and show me whoever has the biggest plant. I think that might be the person I'm going to give all my riches and my land to. So everyone went off to grow their seeds. Off you go. But one little girl, come back, she had a real problem. You did everything, didn't you? You tried to water your seed, and did it grow? And did you put it in the sunshine? And did it grow? No? So she wasn't sure what to do. A year went by, and was she going to come back to the wise and wealthy woman with an empty pot? Yes, she was. So everyone came back. Let's see what happened to all of the plants. Everyone came back to show the wise and wealthy woman what they ended up with. Hold it up nice and tall so everyone can see. Wow! Wonderful plants. But she just had an empty pot. And the wise and wealthy woman said, I can see what everyone has done here. I will give my land and my wealth and my riches to this little girl. That was a shock, wasn't it? Do you know why she gave her land and her riches and her wealth to this little girl? She said, because
she boiled them and they couldn't grow properly. And these plants were just, we took different seeds and planted them.
So, I boiled the seeds. So none of those seeds were going to grow, but some people cheated a bit and used different seeds. Don't be too upset. And that's why you were honest and you came back with your empty pot. You didn't cheat. And so that's why the wise and wealthy woman gave her land to you, because she trusted in your honesty. So that's our story, trust and honesty today. Thank you, everyone. Let's have a round of applause for our helpers. Off you go. Back to your chairs. We'll have some activities later. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll take the pots. Why not? Thank you. So now we're going to have some quiet time. So maybe close your eyes and just breathe in and out. Focus on your breath. That can sometimes help us. You might want to put your hand on your chest or your tummy to feel your breath as you're breathing in and out. Now, when we come together in chapel on Sundays, we can have happy feelings and we can have sad feelings. We sometimes call these our joys and our concerns. And we might be worried about people right now, especially people in our family, people we know. So if you're thinking of someone right now, maybe you're happy for them or you're feeling a bit worried about them, you can say their name, you can call it out nice and loud so everyone can hear you while we're thinking of our friends. And so we say, Spirit of life and love, that God in our hearts. We are so grateful for those who bring us joy, who make us happy. And we are thinking about those people we are also worried about. We hold them all in our hearts, whether we said their names or not, so they can be wrapped up and surrounded in the loving kindness that we are offering them today. Blessed be, and amen. We're going to have a little listening time now. Let's just listen to all the different sounds we can hear. And now we're going to listen to a bit of music. And while we're listening to the music, if you want to, you can come forward and you can light a candle. You can maybe light it for the person you've been thinking about, or for another reason you're happy or sad. And we're going to light it in silence, so we're not going to say anything, but we'll come forward and light the candles while we listen to the music. And now we have our activities. There are 3 different things to choose from, and you can move from one to another. I'll just describe them, and we have a good amount of time, 20, 25 minutes or so for this. And this is all about the signs of spring and trusting that spring has come back to us as the seasons change. So on table 1, which is over there, and Gail's going to be with that table, this is an invitation to make a spring greetings card for a friend. So we have different coloured blank cards, and some stickers and pens and pencils, and some kind of foamy flower shapes as well. So lots of different ways that you can decorate your card and then maybe write a nice message inside for a friend. Then on table 2 in the centre, this is about sowing some seeds, not just real seeds, but seeds in our minds as well, maybe sowing some ideas for what we want to do in the coming months. So you'll see there's a bit of kitchen paper that you can fold and cut to make a little pad to grow your seeds. And we'll get you some water. You make it damp and sprinkle some seeds on, and then put it inside a little plastic grip top bag to take home. When you get it home, I suggest you put it on a saucer or in a plastic food container, and keep it in the dark. It needs to be in the dark while those seeds germinate and the first little shoots start coming out. So you keep it in the dark until it looks like it's come to life, and then put it in a nice sunny place. But I'll put those instructions on the table for you as well. And that, while you're making that, do think about those ideas that you want to sow in the coming months, and maybe have a chat about it with the people who are at the table. And then the final table over there, there's a long piece of paper, a sort of mural that says, "Trust in Spring," in nice big letters. And the invitation is to take a little walk outside. So see if you can see any signs of spring. Are there some new shoots or some little flowers? And then come back in and draw or write. You might want to draw some little patterns inside the letters, and just tell us what you've discovered outside. So those are our 3 activities, and like I say, you've got 25 minutes or so, and we'll play some music again to let you know when we're finishing these activities. All of these are invitations. There'll be somebody at each table to talk to about it. So have fun, or just sit and enjoy some quiet time. Off we go. I think you're all having too much fun. Let's come back to our seats. You can go back to those tables afterwards, don't worry. I'll leave all of the materials out so you can finish off your cards or plant your seeds or do a bit more doodling on our mural. I am a bit curious, though, to hear a little bit more about what you've been doing, and I have my roving microphone. Let's hear from a couple of people, maybe someone who's been outside and noticed a sign of spring, or someone who's made a card, someone who's planted some seeds and was thinking about what they're planting in their lives. Who's brave enough to give us a few words about what you've been doing?
Hi, I'm Ted. Brave or stupid, we'll see. But yeah, I went for the walk around just trying to spot signs of spring. It's what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks anyway. There was one day, a couple weeks ago, I just saw the most perfect blue flower. And I know that sounds a bit, yeah, what's the word? Sentimental, let's go for. So yeah, just stumbled in today. Thought this was amazing activity. And I couldn't really see any signs. Maybe that's the blindness of kind of what I'm going through at the moment, but I did see the blue door and it was just slightly open, and that's kind of what I saw when walking in today. So I thought I'll draw the blue door, sort of that spring as a metaphor, so to speak, and yeah, let some light in that way. So yeah, I'll leave it there. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Anyone else? One more person? We've got time. A sense of inspiration and achievement. Anyone else? Inspiration for a new poem. That's wonderful.
Hey, I made a card for my fiance. Just kind of the changes of kind of moving to this area and being around the heath and seeing the signs of spring and changes in our life and everything. So yeah.
Thank you so much. Wonderful, everyone. Let's now sing our final song. It's Lean on Me, and the words are in your service sheet. I have a confession to make, though. I managed to miss out my favourite verse, which is the third verse. So we'll be singing it as it stands, as it's shown on the service sheet. But that's your homework, is to find the final verse and sing it at home sometime this week. But for now, let's listen to a little bit of introduction and then stand to sing Lean on Me. I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Now, if you turn to the front of your service sheet, you'll see the children's Bright Lights blessing. So let's say these words together. As we leave this friendly place, love gives light to every face. May the lessons that we learn warm our hearts till we return. Blessed be. Please be seated, and the collection will now be taken. Thank you so much to John Evans, our Director of Music. Thanks to all of you for taking part in our activities. Please do join me. There's some delicious cake over there that needs to be eaten. So join me for refreshments in the side aisle now, and let's keep these conversations going. You can continue your activities at the table too, if you'd like. Thank you, everyone.
I'm going tomorrow, so I hope give them